Let's see what messages there are here. What messages are here for you to know? What is needing your attention? What message? Okay. So the first card we have is manifestation. Practice the law of attraction to attract what you want into your life. What we think is what we create in our physical reality through thought meditation and daily affirmations. So with this card is asking for you to do is to practice the law of attraction, and with that comes a lot of rewiring of the subconscious mind. So it's very paying attention to where your thoughts naturally drift, because that is your subconscious mind that is tapping into. So it's your default. So by practicing the law of attraction, that means that you are not just currently, but presently always staying aware of where your thoughts are lingering, and realizing if they are for your greater good, and if they are not in alignment with the greater good, then it's finding a new emotional response to that, and also switching your thought process from a negative to a positive one. So if you catch yourself being negative, then in those moments when your mind goes into default mode, then you want to catch yourself, and in that moment redirect your emotions so that you may begin to have a different thought process. So with this channeling card, this is really interesting because a lot of people have been getting this card lately. It's just to me it's very interesting because we are in an era right now where we are having a mass great awakening, and with that comes reactivating strands in our DNA that have been dormant for thousands of years, and they've been dormant for so long, but because of this great awakening, a lot of gifts are coming to rise. So a lot of people are experiencing psychic abilities, channeling different sources to channel messages to the collective or to a particular person. There's a lot of gifts that are unknown, and therefore they've been untapped, but people are awakening to these gifts, and it's really asking you to go within, quiet the mind, and remove any rising thoughts so that you can just clear your mind and see what comes to you, okay? Yearning for knowledge. You are a student of life with a strong curiosity for deep meaning. So whether this is recent or something you've always felt, so it's the idea that you've always been curious about the why, the what ifs. Why are we here? What's my purpose? And it's not a coincidence. It's because you came here for a reason. You came here with the intention that you were going to make a great change. And the problem was that, as we reincarnate, we forget that. So it is our life's journey to get into alignment with our higher consciousness so that we can actually awaken these abilities that we have, these new yet ancient wisdom that is, you can say, encoded in our DNA strands, in our cells. And it's becoming more and more aware that more people are awakening to this idea, intensifying. A circumstance has come to the surface and must be addressed. So with the topic being spiritual awakenings, there are things that are coming up for you that are making you question your beliefs. So what you used to believe to be true now contradicts your new findings, your new experiences. So therefore, you're questioning a lot of things, but you need to address those things. So really eliminating what no longer serves you in your belief system, in your thought process, things that you've always done that no longer serve your higher purpose, things that are out of alignment with who you want to become. So those are the things that are needing your attention. And so it's going to take going within, dropping ego, and really asking yourself, okay, why do I respond the way that I respond? Why do I react the way that I react? And if what I've received from life is okay with me or not. So really analyzing if you've been okay with what you've been getting up until this point, and accepting that if you're not happy with what you have attracted up until this point in your life, being honest with yourself and asking yourself why. What is holding me? What is keeping me from achieving this dream life, this dream state of being, which is bliss, peace, abundance? So the next card, live your soul's purpose. There is a greater purpose for you in this lifetime, and you are encouraged to embrace it. Remember, in all you do, demonstrate love and compassion. So a big topic during this part of your journey is going to be aligning with who you are meant to be, which is who you are soulfully. This is who you are without all the filters that you've accumulated in this lifetime and past lifetimes as well. So getting into alignment, and as you're doing that, you're going to be triggered pretty often. And it's because it's the idea that all of the subconscious thought patterns are coming to the surface because they know that they're on their way out. They're kicking and screaming, and so your physical, emotional reaction to it is getting triggered. So in those moments, you have to be very kind and loving to yourself, and like, okay, why am I feeling like this? And then go down the entire process of, am I feeling like this because someone's done something to me? Let me see. Okay, what can be familiar? And then things will start coming to mind. And in those moments, you can pinpoint where that belief got started, where it began. So maybe if someone told you something and you actually took it to heart and you believed it, so now you believe this to be true about yourself, but it indeed is not who you are, okay? But it's time to release all of that. Release it and believe that that isn't you, because you know you're working towards becoming who you actually are meant to be. So with this sacred sexuality card coming up, so again, because the topic is awakening, so that seems to be the theme. And one that doesn't get spoken of is sacred sexuality. And it's the idea that you want to have this type of energetic, soulful interaction with someone who is actually in alignment with you, that loves you, that it's like a soulful connection. Because what's happening is that this, when we give ourselves to people who don't truly love us and vice versa, then either way it's creating, you can say, some type of connection that is long term. And so that's why there's the idea of cutting cords, because you have these like cord connections with people that you're not supposed to, but you know, we give ourselves too easily, and respecting that of ourselves, because when that moment, that day comes, when you do meet the one, I promise you that it's gonna be when you are actually sustaining from that, from, you can say, modernized sexuality. And with that, it's like, okay, I know what I want. I'm willing to wait for it because I know it'll be worth it, and I know it exists. So anybody else that comes forward is not gonna have that side of me, because I'm gonna know what I want. So it's gonna be very obvious when that person comes into my life. And that's how you will attract the person you're supposed to be with. Higher perspective. So you're being called to take on this new higher perspective, which comes with the higher consciousness. So when you have a higher perspective on things, it's that you are now seeing things from a whole new, fresh, a new level, a new perspective, right? And you're thinking in ways you've never thought before. They feel good, they feel aligned, they feel true. It almost feels like it's for the greater purpose of, for all involved. You know, there's no ego. That's the higher perspective you were being asked to take on, is really working on the shadow self. So again, all the subconscious things, our defaults, is paying attention to them when they rise, and then choosing a higher perspective, a higher way of thinking that is in alignment with who you want to become, who you're meant to be. The sage. And as that happens, you're going to gather a great amount of wisdom with this, because you're going to be learning the lessons in everything that you've been through. And with that is going to come a new sense of self, because you're going to really value yourself because of all you've been through, all you've learned. You now have a new standard of how you see yourself and how you want others to treat you. You know, you've raised the bar on what you entertain and who entertains you. Withdrawal. So it's going to take a time of introspective hermit mode, which is when you really go within and you leave the outside sources behind. So it's taking a break from friends and family, and it's not a forever thing, but it is a needed thing, and it's a perfect time to go take a self-discovery trip, you know, where you just go on a trip on your own and really be intentional with this trip and focus on your healing and being playful, finding the beauty in life again. And getting curious. So really taking that one serious, actually. So getting curious about the what ifs, because once you start asking the bigger questions, you will begin to receive the bigger answers. But your mind has to be there. So you have to think about it. You have to wonder about it. You want to have to really have this passion to learn about the universe and about yourself and about people and about your purpose and your ancestors. And your ancestors are protecting you. They are guiding you. They know what you do not yet know and are guiding you in the direction so that you may know. have fun. Find out what this new version of fun is for you with who you are now and who you're wanting to be. Find that out. Go within. Do things on your own. Find out what it is that you like. What really like gets you going. What really ignites your passion. And then there's love around the corner if you do all of these things. You really work on yourself. You really work on yourself intentionally. Focus on your healing and focus on becoming better. Focus on not allowing your ego to continue to take the driver's seat in your life. Begin to manifest intentionally instead of by default. Learning all the lessons and everything you've been through. Really taking the time to honor yourself and get to know yourself, get to love yourself, return all the love that you have given to the wrong people, return it back onto you. Imagine it, imagine all the love, and then imagine it returning right back to you. How much more energized and fulfilled you feel. Returning all that love back to yourself, setting boundaries of what you deserve, of what you want, and knowing that you deserve it because you're working towards becoming the person that is deserving of that. And with the love card, it's the idea that once you love yourself so much, now you can actually truly love another. And now, in that point, that's when the fun begins. That's when the real journey begins. Once you allow that love to enter your life, and it starts with you. And it's going to be beautiful if you come into this new stage of love with a pure heart and a pure mind and pure intentions. Imagine the love you will attract. It's going to be beautiful, guys. I'm super excited for you. If you ever want a personalized reading, definitely don't hesitate. The link is in the bio so you can book your appointment. For every 30-minute or an hour reading that gets referred to me, you will receive the same time frame reading in return for every person you send. I really enjoyed our reading. I'm super excited for you guys. Definitely hit the alert button on my page in case so you can get notified whenever I post these readings. But love you guys. Take care.